You better not be sleeping on the Seattle Seahawks. On this edition of Seahawks Today, we will tell you why the Seahawks will shock the NFL world in the 2024 season. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Before we give you our 5 reasons why the Seahawks are going to make some noise this year, I need a little fan survey from the 12s out there. My Seahawk fans from the great United States of America, like the video, show some love wherever you may be watching across this great country, across this great land. And I want to give some special attention today to our international Seahawk fans. I know we got 12s all around the globe, from Germany to Australia to Canada and everywhere in between. If you're a 12 watching from outside the U.S., comment and tell me where you're watching today's show from. Would love to get some love from you guys, and we'll get started with today's show. Number 1, let's begin with Mike Macdonald and the Seahawks defense. The very first thing that Mike Macdonald told us when he took the Seahawks job was he wanted to build a wall on the defensive line and make opposing offenses pay for it. They've done so, bringing in Byron Murphy with their first-round pick. And then the other pieces involved here. This is a talented group. When you talk about Leonard Williams, Devon Witherspoon, Rick Wolin, Boye Mafe, just to name a few, this group has pieces to work with. They just needed a coach to get the most out of them and put this team in position to succeed. And they have the right man to do it in Mike Macdonald. Look what Mike Macdonald did with the Ravens defense in 2023. The best defense in the National Football League last year. They were first in opponents' points per game. They were fourth in opponents' yards per game, first in opponents' plays, points per play, first in fourth down conversions, first in touchdowns per game. I'm not saying that the Seahawks right away are going to put up numbers like the Baltimore Ravens did last season. But there's no reason to think that Mike Macdonald is going to maximize the potential of this group and that you're going to see this defense go from 0 to 100 real quick. The scheme of what this defense is going to look like in 2024, it's going to really throw some offenses off with the different looks that you'll see. A mix of 3-4 and 4-3, an emphasis on disruption. Macdonald has said they want to win the down. They want to affect the opposing quarterbacks they face. And firsthand, we saw that when the Ravens took on the San Francisco 49ers on Christmas last year, picking off Brock Purdy 4 times. They want a physical mindset. They want to play fast. All those are recipes for success for this Seattle Seahawks defense. I'm buying in. I believe. Do you believe in this Seahawks defense? Sound off on our pinned comment today. Let us know what you think. B for believe. D for don't. Chime in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Father's Day just around the corner. Hi, Dad. We are offering some great shirts just in time for Father's Day. The Seahawks shirts along with the number 1 dad tee. And I got to tell you, I know it's a Father's Day gift, but this gift is a gift that Dad can wear all year round to represent that not only he's a great Seahawks fan, but he's the best dad around. And you can get yours today at chatsports.com/SeahawksDad. Might be able to find some free shipping as well. Go see for yourself. Check it out, chatsports.com/SeahawksDad. Take care of Dad. Support the Seahawks. Get him repping in that Seahawks blue. The link is in the comments and description of today's video, chatsports.com/SeahawksDad. Number 2, I think Geno Smith is going to ball out in 2024. And I know some of you are going to disagree with me on this. A lot of you that may be watching today's show are not sold on Geno Smith. A lot of you were wanting Sam Howell to be the guy, but let's face it here, folks. This offense has weapons to work with, right? You look at that receiving core, one of the best in football, with Metcalf and Lockett and JSN. The running game is going to be really solid with Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. Noah Fant should improve. There's more emphasis on the tight end and Ryan Grubb's offensive scheme. And then on top of that, Geno Smith, this is an offense that's tailored to his liking. It's similar to what he ran and succeeded with at West Virginia, this air raid scheme is. And we've seen Geno already talk about how he's a drop-back passer, and this offense is built for drop-back passing. You look at the statistics from Geno Smith year to year. Last year was a down year for Geno Smith. His touchdown numbers went from 30 to 20. The yardage went from 4,200 to 3,600. He missed 2 games with injury. There's no reason why, with the offense that's in place, this system, along with the weapons that are there, that Geno can't have the best season that he's had in his time in Seattle. You look at this offense, a mix of tempo, a lot of screen passes. That's quarterback friendly, right? Mixed gap schemes, zone blocking, horizontal and vertical stretches, spread the field with the run. All of those play to the strengths of the Seahawks quarterback. What's your confidence level in Geno Smith? Scale it for me in the comments section. I'm excited about Geno. I'm wishing him nothing but the best. I'm giving him about an 8 out of 10. What's your confidence level? Let us know in the comments section below. Seahawks Today is bringing you the best Seahawks coverage you won't find anywhere else, with daily news and rumors, live shows twice a week. And anytime there's breaking news, we are going to break in and break it all down for you here on the channel. If you're a real member of the 12s, you got to join our family. Subscribe now for free. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV. Never miss a moment. Stay up to date. We got you covered here on the channel. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV. Number 3, this offensive line is continued to be disrespected across NFL circles, from the mainstream media. Everybody is not giving this group credit. This O-line will be better than advertised. Pro Football Focus just put out a list the other day rating the top offensive tackles in the league. Charles Cross wasn't even in the top 32. And I think people are sleeping on Charles Cross and Abraham Lucas both. If they can both stay healthy, which is a big if, might I add you, then I think everything's going to be fine with this offensive line. If the tackles are doing their part, if Cross and Lucas are staying healthy and playing to their potential, then everything else is going to work itself out. You got a veteran in Laken Tomlinson who's been to a Pro Bowl. Olu's going to be another year older. You got depth, a battle going on for that right guard spot with Christian Haynes and Anthony Bradford, and you have some other pieces. George Fant, if his name is called upon, if he has to fill in for Cross or Lucas, George Fant is more than capable of starting all 17 games if he has to. But I want to focus on Charles Cross in particular, folks, because Charles Cross, former first-round pick, right? Top 10 pick the Seahawks used on Charles Cross. And through 2 seasons, he hasn't played like it yet. But the potential is there. But there's work to be done. Cross has allowed 13 sacks in 31 total games in 2 seasons. That's got to change. His grades last year, according to PFF, not too hot. 67.6 offense, 58.3 run block, 69.7 pass block. But this scheme that Cross is playing in is similar to what he played in at Mississippi State. He's got a great offensive line coach in Scott Huff coming in from the University of Washington alongside Ryan Grubb. They were together with the Huskies there. I think Charles Cross, if he stays healthy, this is when he takes that big step forward, and that shows where this offensive line goes. They take a huge step forward together, led by the ranker at the left tackle spot, Charles Cross. Is the offensive line going to be good enough? It's the biggest question mark heading into 2024 for Seattle. What do you think? Y for yes, N for no. Is the offensive line going to get the job done? Weigh in the comments section. Tell us what you think. Another guy that has my eye is JSN. We've talked a lot about Jackson Smith-Njigba here on the program over the last couple of months. I don't think anybody believes in JSN as much as I do. I've been singing his praises for a long time, even before he was ever drafted, when he was at The Ohio State. And I'm all in. I think that he can become one of the best in the league at his position. And this is not a knock on Tyler Lockett, but I think JSN is going to clearly establish himself as the number 2 receiver on this Seahawks team. And think about this, okay? When we look at production from 2023, he had 63 catches, 628 yards, 10 yards per catch, and 4 touchdowns. Did you know that he only had 3 less catches than DK Metcalf did last year? So naturally speaking, he is going to see his targets and his numbers go up. Just another year in this system, and I think the Seahawks are going to pass the football more. That alone, just that and the trust in the offense, playing more with Geno and everything, that should be a huge step in the right direction for JSN. And even coming in off the hamstring injury that hampered him at Ohio State, he stayed healthy all year last year, played all 17 games. I think JSN's got a chance to break out, be that Pro Bowl caliber receiver. I'm excited about JSN. He's going to be a big reason why the Seahawks take a step forward this year. Who is going to be a breakout player for the Seahawks in 2024? Is it JSN? Is it somebody else out there? Maybe it's somebody on the defensive side of the ball. Chime in that comment section. Give me a name that comes to mind. Number 5. This one is probably the one I'm most confident in of the 5 bold predictions we're talking about today. I think Devon Witherspoon becomes a superstar in 2024. And I want to give you an example, something to think about here that I think is very comparable in the Mike Macdonald effect. Mike Macdonald worked with Kyle Hamilton with the Baltimore Ravens. And when Kyle Hamilton first arrived in Baltimore, was very raw. And we saw a lot the last 2 seasons of Kyle Hamilton in a nickelback role, kind of a roamer, if you will. And Kyle Hamilton just thrived last season, took a huge step up in that second year. As of right now, Witherspoon is slated to play that nickelback role, similar to what we saw from Kyle Hamilton last year. And I think there's potential to be great. You look at the statistics last year for Devon Witherspoon. Remember, he arrived late to training camp, right? He had that holdout and took him a minute to kind of adapt and learn how the Seahawks do things. But once he was acclimated, he was thriving in this Seahawks defense last year. Now you get competent coaching, a guy that knows how to coach up defensive backs like Mike Macdonald does. I think Devon Witherspoon is going to take even another step forward. And think about this. I was talking to Smitty about this before the show. Not only did he lead this team in passes defended, but the number 16 as a rookie, just insane. Watch out. Don't sleep on Devon Witherspoon. I think that when it's all said and done in 2024, he's going to end up being the best player on this defense and become a star right before our very eyes. Is Devon Witherspoon the best player on this Seahawks defense? Do you agree with me? Chime in. Let us know. B for buy, S for sell. Are you buying Witherspoon as the best player on this defense? Let us know what you think. If you enjoyed today's show, like the video. We certainly would appreciate it. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of Seahawks Today. I'm Tyler Jones, and we will see you next time.